Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be playing the Ratline. I want to say thank you for Tim, the developer, for actually sending me a code to check it out. He sent me an email and I was like, yeah, sure, definitely, I want to check it out. Obviously, I love the demo. The game is really interesting. The plot is interesting. If you guys didn't watch the demo, I suggest you guys to do it because this video is solely for the fourth case, and then I'm gonna be releasing recordings of the next cases. I usually would just simply release everything in one video so it's easier for you guys to check it out, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time to actually keep a good uploading schedule, so I think it is for the best if I send something instead of wanting to, save it and never, releasing anything. So yeah, that's it. And I hope you guys like it. I recorded this game for a couple of days in a couple of days duration, so it will have a lot of cuts. But don't worry, the cuts are not made to deceive you or to be like, oh, you are cheating. It's so these are cuts so you guys don't see that footage of me, just messing around and not giving any good commentary. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below so I know how to do better. If there is any issue, I will do in my power to fix it. And yeah, let's go to the video. Hi guys. So finally we are doing new content for the game. I'm a really excellent good gamer because I started recording without having the mic near me, so I was like, damn, I'm gonna discreetly pick up the microphone and put it like near me so you guys can hear me and the audio quality is not BS. But anyway, we have new content. I'm very excited to see what we can do now. And I think we have like a hint system going on, but I think I'm gonna not touch that so we actually get to experience the game at first hand. So we have two targets, the Cobra, the Viking. Okay, let's see the letter, see what's up. Mr. Perlman, we are looking for the Cobra, the secretive leader of the Chilean secret police and his key lieutenant, known as the Viking. I'm not sure if the Viking or the Viking. Anyway, we have surveillance photos of 4 locations, although these are poorly labeled: of Valdemol, Piedraloma, Porto Cuerleco, and Santa Corvina. We believe that the Cobra is among those pictured. The Cobra is known to have, in addition to his work, several local businesses interests, which may provide some leads as to his real identity. He is apparently very hands-on, showing up to exert control over every detail. Finally, we have added local businesses to your Rolodex and documents of local interests to your archive search tool. Okay, interesting. So, local businesses to your Rolodex, I'm figuring it's from Chile, right? Because it's a Chilean secret police. So we need to find the identity of Cobra and Viking. And we have 4 locations. I hope I'm not missing any information or any lore because I'm using like what the dev told us to do for skipping cases, especially if we already did them, since we don't have a save tool for now. But anyway, so let's see what I have here. So we have like 2 people here, and these are surveillance photos, right? Yeah, a man with beard and a smoker. Okay, now it's different. We have like someone with not entirely sure how to say that in English, but it's like a pirate thingy, and a man with glasses, which I think it's. I think I no, it can't be him, right? Because at the squad photo we have a guy using glasses as well, but I don't think it's the same person. But let's put it here. And then we will be seeing any information in the photos that could hint us for leads. Let me see here. La Vide something. That usually it's a local business, so that's something we could look for. And we have I don't know. I don't think any of these pictures. I don't think anyone repeat in any of these pictures. So let me see the last one. Okay. So this one has like a cobra tattoo. I hope it's not that obvious, but it's okay if it is as well. I don't mind. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think first and foremost, we have like a symbol here of fishes, a newspaper called Condor. But I think what I was thinking is, okay, so we have like this journal. It could be like a local like newspaper of some sort. But I think the letter already revealed to us the location, so we will be needing that. So let's go to the obvious lead, which is the local business that's called La Vie something, Encant something. And we also have this, Santa Corvina, which I think it's one of the locations, like, addressed in the letter. So, La Vie Encanta. Okay. Let me see. I think all of them are already tagged, so... yeah, so that's good. So one of them is Cobra. I don't want to be obvious, but it looks pretty much like these dudes here because of the hair. Usually, like, Vikings are portrayed as having long hair. And we also have, like... oh, interesting. We have, like, 3 fishes here. Like, in this picture. I don't know if it's related, but anyway. Let me see the Rolodex. So, it's La Vie Encantada here. Pretty easy to do. Okay. La Vie Encantada, the finest wines in Chile. Juan speaking. How can I help? Tell me more about your store. We are a family-run wine shop nestled in the Valle de Mol. That's an area in Chile famous for its vineyards. You sound American. Have you visited? I have not. Our town is tiny. 2 stores, one run by me, one by my cousin. Only 500 people live here because it's so remote. However, we are proud to stock wines from all the key vineyards. Oh, interesting. So it's a tiny town with 2 stores. So there's only like 2 like places where these men could hang out, using the store as a reference point. Tell me about this area. How about the area in general? It is a truly stunning valley in which nestle some of the most renowned vineyards and bouquets in all of Chile. You know, very recently a famous travel writer wrote about us for his newspaper. Oh, interesting. Oh, yes. We sent him around the Norwegian vineyard, the one with all the feral roosters and cockerels. A lovely man, very drunk. Sounds like a dream. I'll send you a photo I took of him. Oh. Are there any less desirable aspects of the town? Like in many towns, we are blighted by the presence of the secret police. In this case, outside the store, which seems a de facto headquarters. Oh. Okay. So, I think we want to know these 2 men, so we can know where the headquarters is. I'm not entirely sure what we are looking for here. I mean, it's obvious we are looking for their identity, but how it factors in the overall story. You have had run-ins with them? I have been fortunate enough to avoid their gaze. However, my cousin who runs the grocery store was a student activist before the coup. He was not so lucky, he still bears scars. Oh, I see. So they're like a militia. I don't know if it's the word in English, but they are like a parallel police policing group of some sort. I think the fascists had something similar going on in Italy before Mussolini's rise. I don't know what was the name. I think it was something related to black shirts or something. I don't know. But if I end up finding the right term, I will put in the edit. You should talk to him. He's the only other shop in town. Okay. You are close with your cousin? You know, we share an area code, but otherwise we are very different people. And things I call again if I need you. More than welcome. Okay. Okay. New evidence revealed. So this is the drunk. What it was? I think it was like some sort of sommelier. Let me see here because I already forgot. Norwegian vineyard. Okay, famous travel writer. Okay, so it's not like a sommelier of some sort. It's just a travel writer. I see. So these guys definitely they are working. This guy is repeating himself. And we have like some sort of like a chicken and some rooster here. Funny. Let me see if I can. Oh, we have like a flip document. Let's see. Dear Juan, killed it, cooked it, got the name for the article. Thanks for setting me up with the visit. Best BC. Oh, BC. Huh, interesting. And this guy is like in the flip side of the document, but I don't know if it's on purpose or it's just coincidental, but it's interesting. BC. Unfortunately, he didn't told us the name of the writer, but I'm thinking probably it's not that hard to know. I wonder. Look, a local interest to your archive search tool. So probably what we definitely want to do is to find the city's name, probably. Let me just check here if he mentioned. So yeah, he told Val de Mol. Okay, let me see if we can find something related to the city. Not really. Or maybe the shop. Like it's a newspaper article. So I'm thinking maybe something related to the writer's visit is up in the archive. Norwegian vineyard, but it doesn't tell us the name of the vineyard though. Perhaps we could do like a reverse research and see if we find it in the Rolodex, but I think it's not gonna be easy because my experience with this game is that if you it's not easy to cheat the game. Like, you need to have a reason to find a certain information, but probably something could ring the bell. For example, we have something related to roosters and cock something. I didn't find anything here, so let's move on to the letter R and N. And because of Norway, probably there's something in the name that says it's from it's a Norwegian shop or vineyard or something. I'm just like guessing stuff. Imperial Cafe, Intero Travel. I wonder if something also related to travel could be the case, right? Because he was a travel. Oops, he was like a travel agent, so it makes sense. Let's see. No, okay. Juno Travel. I mean, I don't think it will be that easy, right? Because if it is, what's the fun of it? Yeah, no. Probably it doesn't even have anything related to travel. Okay, so I'm back. So I think we were trying to find more information regarding the vineyard, the Norwegian vineyard. Because we found this gentleman here. But I think I'm also curious about BC. I'm guessing BC is the name of the writer, obviously, but I think knowing the name of the journal, the newspaper could work really well for us. I think I don't know if it's Condor. I don't think they mentioned the name of the newspaper, unfortunately. So that makes stuff a little bit harder. I think the writer was. It doesn't say that if the writer was a foreigner or if he was from Chile. I think that's important because I think this newspaper that this man is holding is from Chile. Not entirely sure, but oh, okay, the name here is a little off, but let's open. Okay, so Santiago Express. The director of the South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance led a solemn remembrance ceremony yesterday, honoring those killed in the Tromsø Bridge massacre. The event marked the anniversary of a failed resistance operation during the Nazi occupation of Norway. On March 11th, 1941, local fighters planned to sabotage a bridge cast of Tromsø, near Seremoen, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, probably not, along the Bardu River. Before the attack could be carried out, their position was ambushed by German Panzer Division. It is widely believed that the mission was compromised by a single act of betrayal, though the identity of the informant was never formally confirmed. Among the fallen was Andreas Oberg, a noted surgeon and husband of Celia Hansen Oberg, who gave a reading at the service. This was an act of bravery, rebellion, and patriotism, Hansen Oberg said. It was undone by the cowardice of one person, setting back Norway's resistance and costing the lives of family members, brothers, and husbands we can never forget. The service concludes with prayers and candlelight ceremony held at La Catedral del Espíritu Andino. Oh, interesting. Chile's Scandinavian population. Oh, so it had some sort of Norwegian migration or Scandinavian migration to Chile? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this has anything to do with Chile. Probably it's information that I don't know of the real world, but interesting. So I think I opened... Oh no, I opened this one actually. Concerto for Casper. For When You Broke My Heart. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the case that we are dealing here now. It's interesting because the writer is Norwegian as well, so I'm thinking probably, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I think we could try to... Yeah, I don't think we can even signal here. I think we could do this. And we have a lot of names here. So South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance and Tromsø Bridge Massacre. We could try to search for Tromsø. Yeah, no, it points to here. Maybe something regarding the river, probably. No. Or even the name of the city. No. We could also take a look here and see if these cities if we have anything in the archive for these cities, especially because I think it said that any documents of local interest were added to the archives. It could be interesting to search for these cities. But let's continue here since we already unlocked this evidence. It was compromised by a single act of betrayal. I'm wondering if the writer has anything to do with this. La Catedral del Espíritu Andino. Probably we could find something regarding the cathedral. No. Maybe on the Rolodex. I feel like we have more information to search for. But let me see what else. South American Scandinavian Cultural Alliance. I feel like this could be here. No, actually. Santa Corvina could be interesting to search for this name. And we also have this symbol, this police symbol of some sort. BC. So, let me just check the name Casper. Maybe there's something related. No, it's the same. And I think if we could put her name, it will drop the same thing. Actually, no. Okay. So now what I think I want to search for is Santa Corvina. No. What else do we have here? We have Valle de Mul, which I think I already tried to search. We have Piedra Loma. No. We have Porto. Also no. And we have Santa Corvina that I already checked. I'm not sure if we put their alias here. Not really. Yeah, so we did that. I'm thinking BC could have his could be like a business of some sort as well as his name. I'm wondering, we have 3 fishes. I'm wondering if we have anything. It's a tiny city, so it shouldn't be hard to look for any businesses. He's the only other shop in town. We share an area code, but otherwise we are very different people. Area code is the city, I'm guessing. I definitely want to know his shop. It's only other shop. I don't think it's like a vineyard as well, but who runs a grocery store. So it's some sort of shop, but Villa do Sol Market could be, since it's a market. No. Oh, another thing that I want to check is this symbol. If we saw this symbol anywhere. Yeah, I'm not seeing it though. Oh yeah, this is. Oh, I didn't know we had this. Oh, this letter from the previous case. The name was BC, right? Let me check again. BC, yeah. Yeah, nothing related. Do we have any other lists? They could have some sort of... They could be related somehow, but... So it's a grocery store. And... It's in this city, so... But I'm not entirely sure what's the name. I think we tried. It could be Marbella Market. Which one was the name of the city again? Vademur. So I think this is in Santa Corvina, since the symbol is here. And then Piedra Loma. So the cities were... It's a match between the cities. Okay. Cities teams. I wonder what the symbol is. I don't think we saw it anywhere as well. And if I try to find anything related to American Cultural Alliance, we also don't have any records for it. Santa Corvina Football Club. Oh, yeah, it's from here. Oh. Nothing. We have like a number here though. Something 175169. Maybe we could find here this number? No. That sucks. At least I can't find it. These 3 fishes, they repeat themselves pretty much. And I think I did try to find... Oh! Exposition of Norwegian art set to arrive in Santiago. A delegation of Norwegian artists are set to arrive in Santiago to display the best of Scandinavian art, theater, music, and dance. The musical program spans both classical and contemporary works, featuring pieces such as the Ice Harp by Leon, Concerto for Casper, by Hansen Oberg and The Haunting Songs from the Fjord by Eklund. Also included is the minimalist suite Three Still Winters by Nygard, performed by a mixed ensemble of Norwegian and Chilean musicians. All four pieces are considered examples of the Norwegian style of hidden music. The week-long celebration is part of an ongoing cultural exchange supported by the Norwegian Ministry of Culture and the Municipality of Santiago, aiming to deepen artistic connections between Norway and Latin America. It also commemorated the 30th anniversary of the Tromsø Bridge Massacre, in which 250 Norwegian resistance fighters were routed by Nazi forces. Fire breaks out in major Vale Plano towns. Investigation continues into the large blazes in Nyama, Tambo, and Quito last month. Witnesses say the blaze erupted overnight, destroying several public buildings. Unconfirmed reports suggest mercenary Chilean forces may have set fire to voting booths on the eve of the national election, amid fears of a major defeat at the polls. This is a developing story. Okay. I love that I'm definitely finding evidence for a case. I'm not sure what case it is, but we did find the exposition Norwegian art set, but that doesn't help me a lot. Vale Plano towns. I'm not sure if this is one of them. Let me grab that. Let me see if we find anything regarding this. Oh, so we did find something regarding this hidden music. Advanced harmony techniques. Also dismissed as a novelty, particularly by the serialists of the Darmstadt school, it truly has gained quite admiration in recent years, especially among South American composers. A form of musical cryptography I am not sure how to say that. Assign notes to letters, allowing composers to embed hidden messages within melodic motifs. The challenge lies in crafting phrases that are both musically engaging and textually meaningful. To increase legibility, letters are mapped by frequency of use in the alphabet. The technique is believed to have originated with Norwegian resistance groups in the early 1940s, who used concert programs to pass covert messages, sometimes detailing ammunition drops or attack plans, without alerting occupying German forces. Today, South American composers have adapted the method as a tool of subtle resistance under authoritarian regimes. Oh, interesting. So we do have some we need to decipher this. I see. Oh, interesting. Let me see if we find anything else before trying to decipher the concerto for Casper. Election. Maybe there's something related to the election. No. Okay, so let's try to decipher this, right? Yes, that's it. Okay. Okay, so interesting. So we can like make some sort of code here, but I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to decipher this. I'm not the best in deciphering codes, decoding. But let me see. I think this looks like an E. And then I don't know music, so E, and then N, and down it goes to here, A, R maybe. I think it's R, and then it goes back to S. It doesn't go back to, but S, maybe T, O, R again, M, E, R, T. I think I'm doing something wrong here. Let me do it again, because I think this is wrong. Yeah, this one is definitely E, and then there's like something making the separation. So for what I decipher, it's saying something about Stormer Tromso traitor. Someone Stormer Tromso traitor. So let me just check here. The first row here. So E, I think that is definitely E. This has to be I, N, A, R, Anar. It has to be like something like Anar. Stormer Tromso traitor. Tromso, yeah, so this is the city, right? Einar. We could try to find Einar, it doesn't make sense. Perhaps it's the name? No, it doesn't come up anything. When I bring Einar, Stormer. Yeah, I'm not sure. We could try to find it here though. Maybe Ego, Easton, Edson, Easton. Okay. Or maybe it's run. Maybe it's like backwards. Maybe it's with R. We could try to find like instead of Einar, it could be something like Rani. No. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could have written wrong, but there's also Storm or Ram. Yeah, I don't know. We could check here. Einar. Okay, interesting. We do find someone named Einar. And a Stormer. It is indeed a Stormer, though. So we do have someone called Einar. But the Stormer one, I'm not entirely sure. And if we try to and we can't find anything with this name. Stormer. So I'm confused. And I don't think we have anything related here to any business of some sort. Like nothing that says Stormer. We also don't have anything when it comes to Einar. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with this information. When we try to find Casper, it doesn't come anything. Or it comes this that we already have. Like we definitely have something related to... Yeah, I don't think so. What we could try to do is we have like Roosters gallery. We have like some sort of gallery in Amsterdam. We could try to call them, but I think I already tried at some point. Yeah, no. Hi guys, so apparently I'm back. And I finally found information. I needed to stop recording so I could actually manage to find information, and I found one in the most stupid way possible. Because I don't know if you guys remembered, but in the conversation, I think the wine seller, anyway, from the wine shop, told us that this vineyard had roosters and I think another animal, and then I was like searching for whatever word I could in the library because I was like Okay. Because I was trying to cheat, okay? Because it's hard. And I found this. I actually did found information about the case when you search for rooster. So nice to know. So let's check it out. Oh wow, that's a lot of information. Okay. So, Roosters cry. I was led through the vineyards of the Perdido region, Chile, by a most unusual guide. He was a heavy-set man with an eye patch and an air of both deep melancholy and occasional eruptive anger. He could have been a Viking horseman, dressed in a ill-fitting summer suit. He ran his vineyard with near military precision. He paused our tour to conduct a brief, purposeful conversation with a serious-looking man who was styled by his melancholic son. I asked him what it was about. He looked at me with a glint in his eyes. I believe that my friend Patrice is sending a guest my way this evening, a certain George. I meant to show him true Chilean hospitality. I did not pause too long to imagine what this meant. He was in truth very sad. He was just been to the funeral of a dear friend across the border in Argentina. Albert was a brilliant artist. We go back years. When he was young, he was in love with a girl from a powerful family. His cousin. He painted her and her social circle. Hoped she would notice. She never did. Married a ski champion. He never got over that. I asked that he had previously referred to him as David. She shrugged. That was just a name he sometimes went by, he said. Okay. He spoke fondly of his dear sister, a composer, who no longer speaks to him. She lost her husband, a doctor, in the war and blames me. Oh. When asked why, he turned his great sad eyes to bear down on me. You remember my friend, the one I mentioned? We were schoolboys together, like brothers. One day he told me he found a way to make some money. A simple task. He convinced me to help him. I didn't know it would lead to. He slammed a fist down on the table, startling me. But after a moment he only shook his head and took a gulp of wine. My sister always disapproved of my association with him and his NUF, National Union of Fascist buddies. But I made sure she never knew any of the details of the work I did for him, not until 5 years ago. She visited the vineyard and I had a few too many glasses and I told her everything, going back to the beginning. She hasn't spoken to me since. He let out a heavy sigh, slumping back in his seat. After she went home, she wrote a piece of music dedicated to me. I guess I should be satisfied with that. He then began singing softly to himself and before long, drifting into a heavy, peaceful sleep. Bruce Unwin. Footsteps in the South, Barnado Publishing. Oh. Interesting. So, Bruce Unwin. I thought it was BC. Okay, we have a lot to look for here. So, this guy with an eye patch is probably the Viking one. And he ran this vineyard. She never did marry the ski champion. He never got over that. I think he's talking about Annelise. Because as far as I remember, let me check. I think it was when we called the Pellicott and Partners. And then they talked about the Hoffman marriage. And I think in eventually George talked about she marrying a ski champion. Or maybe she was a ski champion. Let me check here. So yeah, she never married a ski champion. A composer who no longer speaks to him. She lost her husband. So probably it's Hansen Oberg. Yeah, I think it's her. Celia Hasen-Oberg. But I think Hasen-Oberg is not like his name because she was married, right? So Andreas Holberg, so Hansen probably is his name. Dedicated to me. She hasn't spoken to me since. Oh, so maybe Concerto for Casper. So maybe his name is Casper. Now let's see this Barnado Publishing here. No. Let's try to settle some assumptions. I think this is him. I think his name is Casper, and his surname is Hansen. I think so. Rademolia. What's weird is that it's BC here. But he doesn't sign the article with this name. He signs as Bruce Owen. Well, hi guys, I'm back, and unfortunately I caved and I decided to use a couple of hints so I could keep going with the case. But in my defense, since we don't have a save function, it's kind of hard for me to just step out a little bit of the game so I could think about it more and come back when I'm inspired. I usually like to do that when I'm playing puzzle games in general. I usually just, just stop playing for a while so I can, recharge my brain juice. I usually do that as well when I'm playing like Elden Ring, so it's the same like it is the same necessity. I need to, if it's too hard, I need to, have some distance between me and the game so I can come back and actually make some progress. But since we don't have a save function, it's a little bit hard to do here, especially because if I stop in the middle of a case, I will be needing to do all the prompts so I can actually keep going and with the case. And it's not like it's not like impossible to do, it's just a little bit tedious, so I decided to just recording case by case. Of course it will be having a lot of cuts because I will be needing to cut if I am like completely stumped, so you guys don't see like dead footage of me like just messing around but not actually giving any good commentary. So I'm always recording when I actually have any progress, so you guys are always updated. So as I said before, I did take a hint. Actually, I take two hints because the first hint was something like, oh, you should call for Juan's cousin, which it was a little bit, yeah, I know that, I tried. But I think it's my fault because I think I make a mistake. I didn't comprehend like what it meant when the game said area code, but I think it's just a translation mistake in my part, because I was thinking like area code as like, oh, the same city, right? So they share like a same area code because they are in the same city. I thought it was something like that, but then I thought, but what if actually area code means that they share the same code for their number, like something like that? The first two numbers or three numbers, depends on your location, usually are your area code, but it didn't click for me at first, so so I am like thinking that area code is something and it's actually not that. since I thought it was something like like it was like region, like location based, and not really related to uh phone phone numbers in any sense. I simply didn't stop thinking about it. But the problem is that it kind of stumped me really hard, and I needed to start to guess a lot so I could keep going. And for now, I well, okay, so let's go back to the Holodex and find it by the area code, the first three numbers. I was like, okay, maybe it's like the first three numbers, since most of the numbers in this game are separated in numbers of three. So I was like, okay, let's do that. And I discovered this location, this business called Quesos del Valle, which I'm a little bit because I already had like the concept of looking the Rolodex for Juan's cousin's business, the grocery store. But I was like searching for things like whatever market or whatever, I don't know, general store, or anyway, any sort of like sign that it was a grocery store. And then the name of the store is like Quesos del Valle, which, okay, kind of have something to do with groceries. Is quesos, cheese, has something to do with it, but okay. So yeah, I found Quesos del Valle, and I actually could call them. So here we are. Let's continue then. So, Quesos del Valle, David speaking. Hello, my name is Berman. I just spoke to your cousin at the wine store. Oh yes, how can I help? I just talked to your cousin. Like, it's not like I've been 3 hours trying to progress the case. Nah, it's not that. Tell me more about your store. We are just a humble grocery store. We sell cheese, vegetables, local pork, simple, beautiful food. Your cousin mentioned you had some trouble with the security services. I did, but I don't think I should talk about it. David, I'm investigating the Cobra. We want to catch him. You are? You know, I've met him. Oh. You've met him? Okay. I write for Libération Nationale, the socialist newspaper. We write a lot about corruption in the government, but we also write about important arts and cultural events. We try to keep our readers up to date. Oh, okay. Libération Nationale, okay. And so you were arrested. I was walking to my house when I was picked up and put into a large van. What kind of van? White, very cold, maybe a butcher's truck or something like that. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina. Yeah, I think we saw the truck in one of the surveillance photos. What happened then? I was taken to a large brick building. It couldn't see much, but it stank of fish guts, so it may have been a tinning factory. You were taken for interrogation? Yes, I was put in a chair. Two guards asked me questions, first calmly, then applying blows. Every so often they would stop and speak quietly to a third man. The Cobra? I believe so. He was obviously very senior. He was at a desk, just writing. I couldn't get a clear look at him, but I had my pinhole camera and managed to get a photo. Oh! I can see that? You can, though it's far from perfect. I only heard him say one thing. Take the van back to the factory and remind me to give Chiquita his bonus. Oh, I assume this was for one of his informants, the rat. The strangest thing was that they did not seem concerned in asking about our work on corruption. Mostly they seemed interested in a small article about the Norwegian Art Expo. Why do you think? They were very angry. They kept saying, "Do you know what you have done? Did you?" "I did not." One of them, a short brute of a man, stepped forward and shouted, "This writing gives away the name of the cobra." Oh, huh. In an article about Norwegian culture. I was completely bemused. Honestly, the only reason I think they let me go was my level of confusion. Oh, interesting. That's all for now. I will call you if I need you. I never call back. So we have more evidence. Interesting. So he said it was old man, and that the article that he wrote for the Libération. I don't know if I actually got the article. I think yes, Libération National Letter. Maybe that's it, right? I think that's the document. So I found the document first. Then the name of the Juan's cousin. But anyway, so yeah, I think this gives us the name of the song, which is Concerto for Casper. And in Concerto for Casper, which is interesting that these three letters are not like in italic. So I don't know if this was a mistake or if it's on purpose, but interesting. And we did actually already decoded the song written by Celia Oberg, I think that was her name. And we already know the name. It's Aina Stormer, and I already put it here. And since we are actually... Well, it is in Santa Corvina, I think. Since... Well, this is the truck, I think, that was related to this incident. That... I think his name was Georgia. David speaking, yeah, David. He suffered. So let's see if we can actually find a photo of Aina. I don't know if it's his name is that, but it's Cobra. But they say that the article would give away Cobra's name, so maybe that's what they were talking about, but we need a photo actually. So he was obviously very senior. So he was very senior means that he's not in any of these photos. Chiquita. Take the van back to the factory. So it is indeed a factory of maybe... I think we were talking about a tinning factory. I could try to see if we can actually find the anything related to the factory, but... Or maybe even the name Chiquita could have something related to it. No. So we do have like a factory in Santa Corvina, and he has some he's related somehow to this factory. I wonder if we can actually find it. Um, Cans of Glory, maybe. This looks like the name of a teeny factory, but no. But maybe we could see if we can find anything like cans. No. Okay. So no. Um. Domalinans. So, where were we? I think we were trying to find the factory in Santa Corvina, where I think that there is a connection with the Cobra. And I think I have an idea, because I don't know if you guys remember, but I was trying very hard to find this number in this, like, in the Rolodex, but I couldn't. But one thing that I thought was, okay, so there is a thing in this game that's called area code. Like in real life, like cities have codes for their phone numbers. And I decided, okay, but well, so probably Santa Corvina also has a number, right? You also have like an area code. And then I saw that Santa Corvina had actually a football club, and the only part that it's actually completely blocked here is the area code part. So I was thinking, why not try to call them with this new information and see if we have some luck. I think the area code is 242, and then the phone number is this one. Let's see. Yeah, so this is a thing. Okay, cool. This is the answers machine for the Pesquera Tinning Company. We are currently closed. If you are seeking records, all documents are not publicly available. Please call back later. Oh. I truly like when my thought process actually works. Is that it's so good. I feel so like empowered. Big brain moment. But anyway, so this is the answer machine of the company, and it said that all the documents are now publicly available. So I'm thinking maybe we could try to find it by the company's name, Pesquera. Oh, new evidence revealed. Okay, so maybe let's see. It was. Or no, it's only the transcription. Okay, so let's see here. I think it should be pretty easy, right? Since it's available. Whoops, we could find it by the archive. So what we have here: memo to workers, Pesquera Teeny Factory. I remind that to all workers that tattoos and long hair are not permitted on the factory floor. Furthermore, any instances of smoking on the property is punishable by docking of wages. Oh wow. Our director has made clear these are all disgusting qualities, ones that he would never tolerate in himself, least of all his workers. Okay, so this is telling us who is who here. So, but I think we kind of already know, since they told us that Cobra was really a senior. Well, I could be translating wrong too, but for me, when the cousin said that he was a very senior, really senior, something like that, I was thinking that he was like an old man, but I don't know. But anyway, we know that anything related to tattoos and long hair and smoking, okay. Please remember that all workers must be present at the stadium on Friday for the owners' team's match against their local rivals. You will be cheering Chiquita and hoping he nets a fat winner's bonus. Oh, so Chiquita is one of the players, okay. So let me see here then. With our surveillance cameras. So it cannot be this guy. It could be this guy. It could be this guy. It could be a lot of guys, actually. But it could not be these ones. Which it makes sense, I guess, because, yeah. This one has a tattoo and this one has long hair, so probably they are workers and they are like sneaking. We have like the team here. So it makes sense, but it doesn't give us a lot when it comes to the how he looks like. Which is a shame, I guess, but let me see here. Let's get a factory letter. So, owner's team match. I would think that the owner would be a picture or something with the team, since he is like he's their patron. But I don't know. Maybe I could see if I could find this, but yeah, no. Okay. I don't know the name of the team though. Maybe it's the name of the factory, but we can only find the letter for that. Okay, so let me just do something here first. Let's open this and let's. Oh, I can't favor it. So I think we can take this off and put this here. He could not. So I don't know. It could be him. I don't know if it's him. I don't think so. I don't know if it's this man. I don't know if we even if Cobra is even in any of these photos, to be honest. Because if he has such an aversion to smoking, long hair and stuff, probably he wouldn't hang around people that smoke. But these clearly looks like people that are working like security jobs. And if he's a director, he probably isn't working a security job. This one, it's this man with someone that could be Cobra, but I'm not sure. It's a man wearing glasses. I think this is Chick. Is this Chick that? I'm not sure. I don't think so, because this is like. Oh, it could be, because I'm kind of confused, because this is Santa Corvina. Piedra Loma. No, it's not. It's the it's the rival of the other team, right? Because it's the same symbol. So none of these, man. So this takes us this help us at least. Not sure who this man is though. Definitely has some sort of disability. It could be I don't know if it's a worker though. It's interesting that this code is available as well. I mean, I would think that it's this guy, but I think I already tried him. And where is the transcription though? And I think he told us that he was picked up into a large van, David. White, very cold, made a butcher's truck or something like that. Perhaps one of the fish vans from Santa Corvina. I was taken to a large brick building. It couldn't see much, but it stank of fish. Okay. Yet I was put in a chair. Two girls asking me questions, first calmly, then applying blows. It's David, not really Georgie. I think it was the man that, like, Casper was saying that he would give him a Chilean hospitality or something like that. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but I believe so. He was obviously very senior. He was at a desk just writing. Like, this is the thing. If he was very senior, and usually old people, senior people are in, management position, so it makes sense if he's like really old. But I'm not sure because the game is pointing us to the surveillance photos where it says, oh, he doesn't like long hair, he doesn't like tattoos and all this stuff. So it implies that he is in the pictures, but the game is saying, but it's not these people that's in the picture. That's what I'm taking from here, but in a small article about the Norwegian Arts Expo, a short brood of a man. We have only one hint. I wonder if it's that, but I'm thinking. So none of these, man. I mean, if he's a senior, though. What was said in the factory? Let me check. Nothing about beer, though. Beers are good. And then we have this photo of the interrogation. But it doesn't look like a senior, at least from this picture, but it could be just the art style. We have a good look at this area, so maybe let me check the surveillance photos. Yeah, it can't be this. I don't know, because this area is blocked. It could be this, considering this, but and it couldn't be this. So I'm thinking I'm looking for him in the surveillance photo 2 and 3. I think this is the and it can't be this guy, right? Because like we have two legs here, so and unfortunately this man doesn't only have one. I don't think I'm sure who this is supposed to be. I would thought it would be like Chiquita or something. But if this is from the like rival team, this man looks old though. This man is the only man that I think it kind of looks old, but do we have like a bag thing here? No, we don't. I think I already tried with these ones, but I could try again. Einar, Stormer, and Santa Corvina, and I think we already know why this is the name, because of the decodification that we did. So let me see if we are close. There are 2 or less errors in your identification. So yeah, it's something is not budging, and I'm thinking it's the photo, but it could be another thing. I think I try with this photo as well. The problem is that it says something like he's very old, but the cover photo is not someone old. And I think this one is not him, because in the article he told that he was talking with Patrice and his son. He didn't mention anyone else. I feel like we are so close, but I could try with this. Let's try with this one. I don't think it is, but yeah, it's not. And so maybe this one. No. So I don't think it's any of these pictures. Huh. Okay, so it's harder than I thought. These pictures I think only helps to identify Casper. Let's see the evidence file again. So this is what is bothering me a bit, because there is a reason why it's in this angle, right? Usually because this area is important. And I think he's using like some sort of... using this thing that old men like to use that I forgot how to call it, so... none of them use this. They all have... which is like what I would expect from a man. A old man, he is old-fashioned. I would think that this picture makes sense because this is... well, you can't see the... but I think this is wrong. I think the shoes here are much more... honestly, do we have anything in related to the... there was a thing that I was a little bit concerned was... we have this guy appearing in a lot of pictures, right? We have him appearing here, but we also have him appearing... let me see... here. And I think we have him appearing here. See? So what I'm guessing is that if I could do a huge leap of faith, I would say that this is Cobra, because it is a old man, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's him though. It could be like someone like this man, because he wouldn't be so old at this stage, but it could be him as well. We could try it. This is the portrait that Albert did of Annalise. I mean, we could make it... we could see if it's the case, alright? I will try with this picture, and then I will try with a more recent one, because I think this picture is not the recent one. I think it's this one from the bus tour. Unless we found anything else. No. Let me try this one. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm not sure then. Let's take a hint. Let's see. There are a number of searchable terms. Okay, but... search concerto for Casper. I already did that though. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing that makes me not like hints, because usually I don't like to search for hints because they usually like spoil for you in a different part. They doesn't help with the issue that you are having right now, but they spoil whatever you will have to solve next, which is annoying. We already did that. We already know this. So okay, what now, game? Yeah, no, it's not budging. Complete all evidence hints to get character hints. Hi guys, so I'm back. I decided to step out and simply admit my defeat and go to the game's Discord, the server, so I could ask people, be like, oh my god, what I'm doing wrong? I can't, I don't know. Is the picture the wrong thing? Is what am I missing, right? And then someone explained to me first that I think in the last time I put it here, Vale del Monte, something like this. And actually when you go to the article from the travel writer, it says Perdido region, which apparently it's more specific than Valle del Monte. I think Perdido region is a region from the city, and the city is Valle del Monte, so it's it's much more specific. But I think I was a little deceived because I think at some point the wine yard, the wine cellar said that the city was very small, like 500 inhabitants. So I was like, I don't know. But anyway, so yes, so that was one thing that was wrong, and I fixed that. So all of these should be correct. And I think these are I think we already realize why these are correct. I mean, the article explains most of this if you find the article. And now we are gonna go to the part that it's a little bit more confusing for me. But I think they explained to me. It was funny because I end up solving it because I was like having a different thought process with that. But I don't think my thought process was very good comparing to the one of some member that explained to me later. So I will probably explain my thought process and their thought process. I can't promise that I will be like completely accurate, so I'm sorry if I'm missing something. But so what I thought was, okay, so in the transcription, and now we can actually have the transcription here, which is interesting. It said that he was a very old man, that he was seated like I think in front of him, and that he could see clearly that it was a old man. That clearly confused me a lot because I don't think in any of these pictures we have like an old man, because what I'm thinking, it's the typical stereotype of what an old man is, like someone with white hair, someone with, I don't know, wrinkles, all this stuff. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, it could be the art style, or simply I am just having a weird ass assumption. But anyway, so I decided, okay, so which one of these guys is the most old-fashioned one? It cannot be this, because in the Pesquera letter it said that he didn't like tattoos and he didn't like long hair in his workers. I mean, whatever this means, I mean, and that he wouldn't like it in himself, so he's not a hypocrite about this. So it can be him. And I was thinking it can be this one because it's smoking and he doesn't like smokers. And then I was thinking, okay, maybe it could be this one. But I am also thinking that he looks a little bit younger, and he's like making clearly a security job, and I think Cobra was like a director, so I don't think he would be like guarding a mansion. I mean, it's a very weak assumption, but that's what I thought. And I don't think and I think also that if David actually could see Cobra when he was being tortured, he would clearly mention if Cobra had a tattoo. So not a tattoo, sorry. If Cobra had a beard. So I don't think it cannot be them. So both of these pictures are off. And then we go to this picture, which I think is the picture that could be the most deceiving one. I mean, not really, because I think the beard one is a very like leap of faith from my part, but I mean, this one it can be it, because at first I thought, okay, maybe these are like a prosthesis or something, but they don't look like prosthesis. I mean, if they were like prosthesis of some sort, for people that are in any way don't have are disabled in any way, it would be more clear in the art style. It wouldn't make sense to be so like similar, and probably David would also mention that. So I'm like, yeah, it cannot be him. Even though I was like trying, I was guessing like everything that I could, and I put it him here, but it couldn't be him. And then we have this guy, which cannot be him as well, because he is not from the Santa Covina team, he's from Piedra Loma. And I think the director was sponsoring the Santa Corvina team. I think it was all it was said in the letter as well. So what I think is, and I also was thinking like something a little bit dumb, like a very I thought with a lot of prejudice, is that I don't think like an old man would be like wearing such a sportish kind of t-shirt. But I mean, but that doesn't make sense at all, because old people can obviously wear a t-shirt like that. But I was thinking that this was a little bit too modern, and I had the assumption that Cobra was a very old-fashioned man, and I don't think a old-fashioned person would wear like such a sportish attire. But this is all like hearsay, honestly. I wouldn't bet on it. But yeah, so I discarded these two, and then the only one that was missing was this one, the newspaper guy. And another thing that made me also choose this guy for no, it's not a good reason, but anyway, is that when you see in the interrogation photo, you see that the pants are very adjusted. You know, they don't look like they would cover the shoes if they were like one of these pictures of this like security guys, or this picture, like you can see that it's a very like modern way to wear like pants. And I don't think an old man would be an old-fashioned person would be like willing to wear pants that are not their right size. I think they would be very, meticulous about wearing clothes that fit them well. And usually this means that the pant will go up if it's the right size. So I was thinking, yeah, so I don't think it can be him. It can be this one. It also can be him. It can be him because if you see, I don't know why it doesn't show here, but it shows in the, oops. It doesn't show here, but it shows here that you can clearly see that like the pants here are covering a lot of the shoe, and I think that's a very modern way to use them. And I was like, yeah, so he is old-fashioned. Probably it can't beat him as well. So I was like, okay, this guy, when he is with his legs up like this, you can clearly see that the pant go up a little bit. And it shows his socks as in this picture. So I'm like, yeah, it could work. Also, I thought using eyeglasses is a sign of old age. And as you obviously can see, I use eyeglasses. So this assumption hurts me as well, okay? But yeah. I thought that, so I'm like, yeah, that's it. It has to be him, right? Because he's using eyeglasses. He's reading a newspaper. Usually old people are readers. He's very formal. His pants is really, it's fitting him well. So, not saying that like pant that covers the shoes is unfit. Like I personally prefer this style more. I'm a more modern girl. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, so it has to be him, right? But that's not the right thought process. The right thought process is he uses his left hand to write, so he's left-handed. And in most of these pictures, usually, for example, this one is a right-handed guy because he is using the watch in his right hand. And if you can see, and it cannot be this one because of the t-shirt and the hair and the tattoo. So you could, you could, you know, exclude most of the suspects by simply seeing if this guy is right-handed or left-handed, and I think that was what the explanation was about. I could be missing a detail, but and it's very much, it's an easier thought process than the thought process that I was gathering, because I was like making like a huge bundle of different thought processes and placing all my bets in quantity instead of quality of thinking. But anyway, so that's it. We can check it together here. Yep, so that's it. All check completed, all answers are correct. Okay, so yeah, we have this here. To whom it may concern, I found the Cobra and the Viking. Both are native Norwegians, who in their youth were involved in perpetrating the Tromsø Bridge massacre. The Don is Casper Hansen, the brother of Celia Hansen Oberg, the renowned composer. He lives on his vineyard in Perdido, Chile. He sold out the resistance to the Nazis through his childhood friend. That childhood friend was Einar Stormer, who later became the Cobra. This was known to Celia Hansen Oberg, who put his name into a cryptic piece of music. The Cobra lives in Santa Covina, Argentina, where he runs a fish tinning factory and owns the local soccer team. Oh, I thought Santa Covina was in Chile, but anyway, I'm off. You guys, I think, are getting the picture that I'm not very good in any like location-based information. But yeah, interesting. I just want to check this here first so we can have a broader picture of the lore. So he said that David was a brilliant artist. I don't think he was talking about Cobra. Just across the border in Argentina, he was a little man but of great character. Fell in love with a girl once. Champion skier who married a terrible man, never got over it. It was a beautiful service, just a tiny church with its back to the mountain. Wonderful. So yeah, I don't know if he's talking about Cobra and in Cobra is Dead. I don't think so, because at the letter that we just saw, it was not said in the past sentence that Cobra was. I think it was said that Cobra lives, so he is alive and this is another person. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you really liked the overall chaotic recording. I'm gonna try to play chapter 5, and I think I'm gonna be doing in the same way. I'm gonna be recording, and then I will be cutting any footage that I feel like it's not relevant for the viewer. And if you guys, but obviously if you guys want me to, you know, put raw footage, I could, there's no problem. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and if you are here thank you for seeing the whole video, and giving me a like, leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next Let's Solve the 5th case.